Hello and welcome to Alicia Moose Knitting, where we talk about knitting, crochet, spinning, and weaving. Today, this is episode 10, and I am wearing the Slipstravaganza by Stephen West, and I made it using the Holst Garn super soft yarn. It's done in different shades of blue and a gray. So it's a really interesting pattern, definitely one that keeps you on your toes. I did not knit it as part of the mystery knit along, but purchased it after the fact. I couldn't quite get into doing a mystery. And Gwendolyn today is wearing a temperature blanket that I made in 2019. It is with the Holst Garn Coast yarn, which is their wool cotton blend. And I used half double crochets and just crocheted for forever. I don't know the exact measurements on it, but I'm pretty sure that it would fit on a twin size bed. It's great for cuddling up for multiple people on the sofa. We have two finished objects today. I was able to finish the Red Heart Flower Power yarn in the colorway Marigold, and I turned them into a bag. Ended up having one extra square, so I actually made it into a pocket on this side. Put some D-rings on and used some fabric to create a lining, and made some little pockets on the top so that your phone and wallet and stuff could fit down in there. And then you could fit purchases at a yarn festival.
Yeah, that's what we did
last weekend. And where were we last weekend?
The Mail and Sheep and Wool Festival.
That's right. So it was nice bag. Got lots of compliments for a super simple project, but it's nice getting to have something bright and sunny, especially well, because the yarn did all the work. I didn't like making it, but the yarn still was supposed to do all the work. And it's not like it was a super complicated project. And then the other finished object that I have is this hat, which started out as the silver lining hat, which is where you start at the crown and you increase, and then it's supposed to go down to another crown. But I knew I wasn't going to have enough yarn. So last time I showed it to you, I was right here where Elmo is. And so I finished the body of the hat and did the ribbing. So it kind of ended up more like Kelly McClure's sockhead hat. So this is with yarn, the 25 and 2025 from at Haynes House. And this yarn matches the cowl that I previously finished. To make the little mini stripes, I just did helical knitting. So 3 times around in the row, I was changing what yarn I was working with. So this is actually 6 different yarns that are marled and striped together to make an interesting colorway that's kind of unique in all its own. We have, in the past 2 weeks, also been working on another silver lining hat. So this one was great for walking around the festival. It's become my new purse project. So we got about 4 inches done on the silver lining hat. And this is knit in the KC Sock Star Pinky Peach Pop. And this is part of Gwendolyn's new winter set. So I've already shown you the woven scarf and the mittens. Oh, definitely too warm to wear it, but it'll be ready for next year. Hopefully we'll get a picture of the set all together once it's done. And this is knit on a US 2, which is a 2.75 millimeter needle. This was knit on the US 2.75 millimeter as well. And the crochet squares, it was written that it was supposed to be on a 5.5 millimeter, but I had to go up to a 6 millimeter to get gauge for that one. The next project, which is almost completed, are the socks for my husband. So these were toe up with an afterthought heel. So last time on the one sock, I had just started the cuff, and on the other one, I was working on the leg. So I was right here where this marker is. So I've picked up the stitches for the heel and cut them. So I'm just working on those decreases now. These were knit on a US 1, which is a 2.25 millimeter. And I started these, most of them were knit on 9-inch circular needles. And then once I completed the tubes for the socks, I switched to magic loop to be able to cut in for the heels. So this yarn is Patons Kroy sock in the colorway Saltwater. So it's just a nice blue color. So hopefully those will fit him and he will like them. Yep, he's very adamant about wearing his wool socks. So I figure if he's going to wear them, I might as well knit them for him. And then yes, you wear yours too. And you've outgrown a couple of pairs. So I need to, yeah, I need to get to work on knitting Gwendolyn some new socks. Her feet are growing. So I gotta step that up. The next project that I'm working on is the Waves of Change jacket by Denis Bayron, and I'm knitting that in the Patons Evermore in the Slate Tweed. So this is what the yarn ball looks like. It's 90% recycled wool and 10% polyester. And I'm actually almost finished with this project as well. Last time you saw it, I was where the frog is. So I actually finished the body and completed both sleeves. So all that I have left to do for this is to pick up and knit the button band. So that shouldn't take very long at all. This is knit on a US 10 for the body, which I believe is 6 millimeter, and a 9 for the ribbing, which I believe is 5.5 millimeters. So this project's coming along quite well. I believe I'm knitting the 4th size. I think I'm getting gauge. It fits, and that's all that matters at this point, right? Next, we have been working on my last project I've been working on is the Squishmallow project that Gwendolyn and I are both making. So this is Omar, and we have finished the body.
Mostly.
Yeah, it has a little hole at the bottom you're supposed to be able to sew up the pieces through. And at some point we missed the directions where you were supposed to put his eyes in. So we have to go back and figure out. Well, yeah, but you're sewing on the other pieces, like his ears and stuff, before we stuff him, I think.
Got a very sick Omar.
Yep, he's very green. But hopefully he'll look cuter once we get the eyeballs and everything in there. So that should be fun. So he's done, so far he's been single crochets, and we've done increases and decreases. So it's been good for Gwendolyn to learn how to read her stitches and count and figure out what's going on.
It's a little potato.
He is a potato. So that's all I'm working on. Gwendolyn, what else are you working on?
My scarf.
Your scarf? Let me hold the mic a little bit closer to you.
This is my scarf.
Mm-hmm. And you got some rows in.
Yep, got some rows in, mostly in the car.
Yep. It's a good car project because Gwendolyn can actually knit without looking at it, so she doesn't have to worry about getting car sick.
Yep.
So that's nice. And that is with the Yarnspirations Caron Jumbo in the Garden Grows colorway.
That's right.
Yep. So we don't know if she'll have to use the whole ball of yarn or if there will be some left over or what. Well, you can knit till the ball of yarn runs out. I don't know that they make that color anymore, so.
Add a different color.
No, we could always add a different color.
Scarf that goes on forever.
Mm-hmm. So do you want to tell them about what Daddy got?
Oh, yes. So, my dad has recently bought in a 3D printer because he's insane. So, we have been playing around with it, and then Mom has 3D printed something.
Yeah. So this was my Mother's Day gift a little bit early. Yeah. So we were able to find on Maker's World a pattern for a yarn bowl.
Yeah. 3D printed yarn bowl.
So this is the biggest thing we've printed so far.
Still super light.
Yeah, it is super light, but it is
full of it.
Yep.
The filament actually ran out, so we had to add another one. That's why it's a different color up top here.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, she's yet to use it since it is finished today.
Yes, it just got finished this morning, so we will get to use that later. But it's interesting to play with a 3D printer. We haven't tried to design anything ourselves yet. Not exactly sure how that works, but we'll let you know if we print anything else knitting related.
Yep.
So thank you for joining us today, and we will see you guys later.
Bye.